Okay, yeah, she's in Tennessee with cockeyes. She had some surgery done. She said she looked like she got beat up. Sorry, Dee. Can you see us, Dee? I want to show people off what clear blue tiles is.
Look, that's, hey, have at it.
I've been through the package, first of all. I'm going to give you my first impression.
And then an honest review.
My first impression, and we will put it through some more paces on Saturday with the class, and I'll get more input from people who are actually using it. My first impression is definitely a home for it. I believe its home is going to be more for people who don't have big fancy machines with projectors and fine-tuned pointers in. But saying that, what they have done is made it very easy for you to plan out your quilt. They have included 6 different designs, two different border designs, and they call these itty bitties, and they're really itty bitty. So really, it's six designs. They come in a zillion sizes, and that's where they come up with their 372 files. It's not 372 designs. It's 6 block designs or quilt-to-quilt edge-to-edge designs and 2 border designs. That's what you really get in here. But what I also found...
Does the expansion pack include more designs?
No.
Okay.
And I wanted to bring that up. Here's what the expansion pack does, is it gives you some bigger blue tiles. If you have bigger hoops, you need bigger tiles. But all of the designs are inside here. The magic in this, and I'm going to open it up too and show you. I'm actually going to run some on, I was going to run it on this thing, sewing machine, but it's actually going to be faster for me to simulate it on software, so that can make it go much faster. The magic. Here's why I can't just go, oh, I don't need that. I can't say that. The magic in their designs is something nobody else has done yet. Their designs are completely scaled to one another. And what that means is if I'm using a 4x12 tile these are basically placement tiles. If I'm using a 4x12 tile and I go, oh, I need a 2x4 at the bottom to finish my quilt, I can pick up the 2x4 design and no one is going to know that it all matches. Every one of their designs is scaled to the same exact, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to pick up 2 designs and you're going to go, what? The other thing they did, which is so awesome, is none of their designs are point to point. None of them. All of these designs on here have one start, one stop, but they're not point to point. So when you go to line up your stuff, you're not looking at a specific point. You're just placing them in your quilt according to where you put your tile. What? Why are you laughing?
Because
it's ingenious.
I don't know why nobody thought of that before.
It's ingenious. Between that and, so how do you get the edge-to-edge look? Well, you just leave less space between
it's
your patterns, which is why that's the magic of the blue tiles, people.
Which is similar to what you'll do on a long arm when you're trying to get the rows to look.
It's exactly what we do on the long arm.
The rows look like it's one design because of the way you space it, whereas...
The reason you have all these different tiles is, and truthfully, their designs come in all these different sizes, plus the expansion pack, and they're all scalable. Here's how these all work. They all work the same, okay? Do you see these little marks on the outside edges? That tells me where the pattern is going to end. That tells me how big that pattern is, what it's going to fill.
So it's not going to the edge of the template, it's going to that mark.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's not going to the edge of your hoop either. So I need this when I'm planning so I can fill in whatever I want to fill in. If I want the same pattern to go the whole quilt, I'm going to take the biggest tile I can put in my biggest frame. The beauty is I got to do no math. I can start I don't have to figure out what size design I
You
need.
just start slapping the tiles in.
I don't need to determine ahead, I'm gonna have how many, like when I do edge with Amelia
Yeah,
Scott,
there's
I
math.
gotta do math
There's
before
math
I
involved,
sit
yes.
down. I don't have to do any math. I got enough sizes that are all scalable that I can start and go. Start and go, start and go, start and go. That's the genius part of this whole thing. And they said, and I'm hoping they do, I tried to get on today to see if it was done, but the site was actually down, and I'm hoping it was, because they're taking all their previous designs and converting them so that they work with blue tiles. They claimed that the only difference was going to be that you wouldn't have a placement stitch for your fabric or your batting, but there's more to it than that. All of the designs that are in this packet only have one start and one stop. Designs that have come out previous to this have many starts and many stops within one block, and it drove me nuts. It's fine if you don't look worried about your quilt back. You know, if you're quilting before you put your back on, I don't care that I have 4 stops, although I do because it takes longer. But the new designs don't have multiple starts and stops in them. So that's a huge perk, because you don't like those knots on the back of the quilt. So they got, but,
We can't have
so
knots.
the big, this package right here includes all of the designs for both this kit and the expansion kit. The difference is the expansion kit gives you bigger design, blue tiles to use with your hoops.
And so my
Now-
suspicion is you're gonna come out with designs that use the blue tile system, and you won't need to buy more blue tiles to go with those designs.
You don't, they're gonna convert their other designs
Yeah.
to work with these.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm not just, I can't, it doesn't have to just be a Kimberbell design to use these with either.
Oh.
That's why I'm not saying don't get it.
Nice.
Because, you know, I'm a fan of, and I'll be honest with you, we've talked about this before, I'm a fan of printing out my design, sticking it on my paper, sticking my snowman on it, and letting machine do the alignment, right?
Yeah.
With these, I have to be very careful in doing my hoop. In fact, I haven't figured out how they're going to work with a magnetic hoop, because you have to be very careful. The purpose of these tiles is to get your quilt design centered in your hoop before you head to your sewing machine, and then only do a few fine tunes when you get there. But then I went, I can, and they mark right on the quilt. That's why they give you all these pens. These are water-soluble pens. They mark right on the quilt where the center of the design is. I said, oh, well, I can just put my snowman after I mark my quilt. I can put my snowman. No, I'm taking my template off, but then I'm putting my snowman, but I hadn't thought of that. Well, I don't want to, I'm trying to use it with my magnetic hoops, because I really like my magnetic hoops. And I don't want to be fiddling and diddling 100 times, because I don't have to, because I got this fancy machine.
Yeah.
If I don't have this fancy machine, this is definitely intuitive. If I have a fancy machine, I'm thinking, I'll mark where my design's going to go, but then I'll probably still use my snowman on my projector, because I don't want to worry about putting in my hoop exact. But if you don't have those features, this is very easy to, not with a magnetic hoop though, very easy with the other hoops to get it in your system and get it right. That's the perk. I want to show you what I mean by scalable, if I can.
And for all you Kimberbell people out there that love Kimberbell, we now have an affiliate link on our website. So if you go to,
We do?
Yeah, if we go to there's this little thing in the upper corner, Kimberbell affiliate. So if you can't find what you want for Kimberbell on our site, use that link to order your Kimberbell from Kimberbell, and we get a little bit of a kickback.
If you're ordering any of the quilting designs, or you're ordering anything in the vault, order through our link on the website. And by the way, there's a really cute Halloween pillow in the vault right now. It's not very expensive either. It's cute. It's cute.
Do it.
So I'm going to switch to my computer for a minute.
What's that? You don't have that.
If I had
The
that,
Shia
I would-
LaBeouf, you
I
can get that.
definitely would.
Get that for the soundboard. You can do it.
All right, Eddie, can we go to my computer? All I'm going to do, I'm using my favorite in Brilliance. I'm going to show you via simulation how they work versus like other people's. Hopefully explain it a little bit better. So you can see over here, I've got some clear blue tiles pulled up. Just for kicks, I'm going to pull up, let's say, a 6x14, okay? And I'm going to move it over here so we can see what it looks like. Now, I'm going to stitch this out for you.
So just to be clear, that gold line represents your hoop.
Yes.
Yeah, the big gold line outline
Yes.
represents what you,
Right.
that would be your hoop. And
That would be, yeah, but I can
Yeah.
change to any hoop. I
Yeah.
could take the hoop off too. Right now,
Yeah, but
I want to show you how theirs quilts, okay? Where, oh, I gotta select it first. There we go. So now I'm going to simulate it. Ready? I'm going to turn the speed up because I see how it didn't start exactly in the middle of my hoop either. Did you see that? But it's not going to matter if you mark it with a blue tile. That blue tile is going to know where it's supposed to start. You see how I had one start? Somewhere in the middle. Try and find it, peeps. I mean, I know where it is.
So,
And my stop is going to be down there. And we're used to seeing on edge to edge, if I'm using this for edge to edge, we're used to seeing it like in the middle
Yeah,
here,
start there,
and then
and-
over here, and then we're trying to line them up,
Yep.
and it's like, wah! Now watch this. I'm going to just move this over, pretend I have a huge,
And you
huge
just
hoop.
rehooped it. You just moved it, rehooped.
Yeah. Oops, that didn't work. Duplicate it. Whoops. 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 I want to make two of them so I can show you what they look like when they're side by side, but it's not working. Danny.
Missed it by that much.
My trackpad doesn't like the lotion on my fingers.
It puts the lotion in the basket.
Okay, there we go.
can't wait for
So
that.
when they're lining up and you're using your blue tiles, now I don't have the blue tiles on the screen, but see what I mean about how I can be edge to edge? When that stitch is out,
You can't tell.
you cannot tell
So
that
that's
those
two-
are
that's
two different
Two
designs
different patterns right there, yeah.
that I am just do
But you could move
do.
that a little bit to the left or the right, and it would still look pretty good.
Yeah, you can do that yourself.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying that if you highlight it.
Now watch
Wait,
this.
I'm just, so you got a little bit more room for error in that, instead of trying to line up your endpoints.
You
exactly.
absolutely do. There's no lining up of endpoints.
Yeah, so.
And yet, so I can either do this block to block,
Mhm.
right? Because Becky likes to do different things in different blocks. Or I can go edge to edge in this, and I'm not lining up itty bitty little teeny stop points.
There's another
Yes,
good
Danny?
point
Yes, Danny?
that I like. I noticed once you write it on your fabric,
Yes,
it's just going to quilt it.
yes,
The Amelia, after you line it up,
Yeah.
you have to go a step one.
well, there's two different animals, yes,
But-
you have to.
and
You
then
have to
go.
move it over.
Yeah.
Or it's gonna, yeah, exactly. And this is water soluble, and the reason the tiles have, I should have kept it, the reason the tiles have this in it is so that when you're planning your quilt, you can say, oh, I used the 4x4. And actually write the size of your design as you go. So
So
you,
right in there is.
right in here on your quilt, you write whatever tile size it is, 4x4. So I would write 4x4 right on my quilt. This tells me, this is important, that tells me it's the top of my design. Because sometimes you turn your quilt around while you're quilting it, right?
Yeah.
So it's important to know where the top of your design should be. This is the center of your design, and these points are used to line up with the hoop. And that's where I go. Snowman. Snowman. But it really is ingenious. And the other thing it does, and this is what really took me away, because I can't tell you how many times you get to the end of your quilting process and you go, I started in the wrong spot.
Mhm.
Now I've got a pattern that's 10 inches wide and I only got 1 inch of quilt left to do.
Mhm.
And what you have to do, folks, is add on some stabilizer or sew on a piece of muslin, re-hoop your quilt, and sew out the full 10 inches that you don't need.
And then cut off 9 because.
And then cut off 9.
Yep.
Here's what you do if it's Kimberbell. All right, now I was bringing in 6x14. So what's important to me in my case is my height, right? Because
Mhm.
it's my
The length, yeah, you wanna go.
It's my length that's wrong. So I have a 2x14, right? Why isn't it letting me bring that other one up? Oh, maybe I have to do a new window. What are we doing?
Nothing.
We're watching you.
Okay.
We're saying Norman said hi.
Norman?
Go
Norman? Oh, hi, A. Hi, Norm. Okay, now look at this. This is a different design that I picked up. But watch what happens. I have seen nobody else be this smart. Can
So-
you even tell?
Okay, so they have different sizes of
The
that
same scale.
So the scale is the
I
same
can
through
mix
all the
and mix.
designs.
Oh, they are. And
That's
that is the
genius.
beauty of this system.
That is genius.
That is why I can't say, no, I don't need it. And these, frankly, I'm going to add my snowman because I can. But what if you don't have a machine with a projector and a snowman?
Mhm.
Right? But even if you do, this is just another thing to help you line everything up.
Yeah.
So,
that's nice.
yeah.
Darn it.
This
You're gonna have
blows
to buy
my
it now,
mind.
Danny. I know you didn't want to.
This blows my mind. And you think about it, you can go as high, as low, all over. You can do a little block. You can actually customize borders. I think I have borders in here. Oh, yes, I do. I know I have borders. I'll show you some of their borders. And again, guess what the borders do? And basically on these where you see
Anyway, go to the
computer, where you see clear blue tiles versus block to block, the only difference in the ones that came in the package are the block to block give you placement lines for your batting and your fabric. Other than that, it's identical, which is what they're promising to do with all of the one that I've already bought. Which to me, yay,
Yay.
yay. So let's go and look at these border loops, because this is, let's say you only have a 5x7 hoop, right?
So if you're running like a NQ 1600E, which maxes out at a 6x10,
Okay,
you can still do an entire quilt with it because this is
Oh, yeah.
for 6 okay.
yeah, and I already stuck it in the middle, which I don't like, because now I have to go find it. Get out of here, I don't want you, look at that pretty border. And again, the reason you want to, when you mark it, you mark top to, what if you want to alternate it? Right? You
Yeah.
take the same tile and you go, okay, Becky, make sure the top is here on this one, the top is, you know what I mean? You mark it all with your blue tile. You can mark the whole quilt before you even start.
So you can like mark the tile reference points before you get going?
Yeah, you can do the whole quilt. Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing. Yeah.
Now,
I like it.
I want to show you, well, maybe I don't. Yeah, I was going to show you the real difference between, and you know I like Juju.
Yeah.
You know I do. How do I add a new window? File, new window.
I don't know. Good one.
I don't know. New
Computer
page.
basic
That's a
class.
new page, not a new window. I'm not teaching brilliance.
No, but this is a computer.
Where's Juju? I know I've got some Jujus in here. Oh, see, here's what the old Kimberbells look like, which is why I'm like, you guys better not do that. This is a beautiful design. Oh, no, I don't want that one. Goodbye. I want a horizontal one, so goodbye. Watch how this stitches out. This was always my pet peeve on their old ones, which is why I was waiting for this to arrive before I would say, yes, it's worth its money. Watch this stitch out. Ready, go. Okay, that's our placement line for our batting. That's our tack down for our batting. Watch the quilting. The tack down twice. Okay, start.
Oh, it's jumping around.
Wait a minute, yeah, it stops. It does tie outs. Look, it's got a tie out there to get over to here.
Yep.
See the jump stitches?
Yep.
That is irritating. That's irritating.
Mhm.
3 jump stitches in that small design. Their scales are right, though,
Mhm.
in the older designs. Their scales are right, but I'm really hoping they get rid of those jump stitches in the older designs. Then I can use them, not for that. But anyway, let's see. Juju's real quick, and then I'll leave you guys alone.
Thank God.
But if you're curious and you can make it in Saturday, we're going to put
Yes.
blue tiles in the class. We're going to do
Yep.
a couple of the blue tiles with everything else. Really get you guys thinking. Juju, where art thou? Oh, here she is. Okay, let's do a new page for Juju. Okay, now here's what I want to show. Here's a 6x10 on Juju, okay? Look, oh, hand cream.
We can try to monitor on the studio audience today. Brenda's standing
Well,
up to see what's going
I'm
on.
not gonna get it over there because my stupid hand cream is messing with my trackpad. Something fierce today.
Should have brought him out.
I know, I can't
Hand
believe
cream
I
in
didn't.
mouth.
Let's do this. There's always a way around it. There we go. Okay, that's a Juju design. See, you'll notice how this is a 6x10. You'll notice how there's a start and a stop, like we're used to seeing.
Yep.
So when I do an overall quilt on this, I've got to line up those 2 points so that it looks right. And that's all it's good for, is overall quilting.
Mhm.
Whereas what I just showed you with Kimberbell, I can do a block to block or an all over.
Yeah, front of the block or, yeah.
I can do either one and it looks really pretty. Now that design, excuse me, in 6x10 looks like that. Let's go pretend I want to get a 4x4 of that design.
So, yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen. We thought it's a different design.
It's a different design, it's a
Because
different
yeah,
scale.
Yeah, the scale
The
changes.
problem is the scale is not the same.
But the design itself is the
See
same.
how all I do is shrink it down?
Yeah.
Well, I can't just mix and match anymore. Get over
I
it.
mean, you could, but it'd be really
No,
weird.
it looks awful.
It'll be very noticeable. Wow, they are brilliant.
See?
Yeah.
That looks funny.
Yeah. I don't disagree.
So
That's the genius.
that's the genius.
That's why you need to come buy some clear blue tiles.
Well, it's the only way to get those files right now.
Yeah.
And they are really cute files. I didn't show them off too much. Let's show them off real quick. Ready?
Ready, Eddie?
Oh, and there's also a free patent for a table runner in here
Oh, nice.
that uses the designs. So they have a winter one, which is really cute with snowflakes. There's a spring one with flowers. There's a swirly one for anything. This one has little bumblebees. And this one has candy corn.
They almost look like
Oh.
Really cool.
And then
Yeah.
2 different border designs, which I showed you, which I thought were really pretty. And these itty bitties, which are just basically for filling in a corner block or something like that.
the bottom of the pillows, the bottom of the pillows.
Yeah, yeah.
Now.
So they're very cute.
I wanna
They're very
experiment
cute.
with it now.
It's very,
Well, I'm wondering, because
I had to play.
the machines have scaling built into them, so if you scaled each of the blocks the same size.
It's gonna ruin your stitch length.
Oh, that's true, okay, never mind.
The
Yeah.
stems,
Yeah, and I've tried that with Juju, and what I have to do is go in and splice out pieces I want and get software involved. I don't have
Oh,
to
yeah.
get software involved with this, which is what some people will love about it.
Yeah.
Is I don't even need to bring up my computer,
I see.
and that's a big perk.
Yes. So, Saturday, come on by and learn how to do this.
Well, you gotta sign up for class, it's not gonna be a free-for-all.
Oh, yeah, we'll sign up for class.
Sign up for class!
Go to
It's not
4byquilting.com
gonna
and
be
check
a
out
free-for-all.
classes.
You wanna come in and play with some blue tiles, Becky's ready to play. Ah!
Dun-dun-dun.
Oh, wow, look at my hair, I need a haircut.
yeah. Is that,
Okay,
that's what you got?
that's all I got, folks.
All right. Thank you for joining us for another evening of shenanigans with Becky and Brent. Join us again next week at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at 4 Pines Quilting.
So serious.